Well, hopefully everything's gone according to plan thus far. It's the last leg of the Pick Six and Place Accumulator. You're running, you're standing in the queue. Talking about running, Warren, I was so nervous on Wednesday.
Oh,
my
dear.
wife doesn't watch much racing. But I called her, I said, this is what's happening. Now, good time guy, this is the competition and this is what's happening. And she said, oh, she's too nervous, she can't watch.
But Dees, isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what it's all about? And I'm glad you mentioned that, because it shows that the objective is being achieved slowly but surely, because that's how we get people interested. That's how we get people that know nothing about racing. No disrespect, your wife, is my family doesn't know much about racing either, my immediate family, my moms and sisters. But you're right, that's how you want to get the information, get the people interested, get them excited. But you've got to feel, that gentleman, his name escapes me, Russell I think was his name.
Yes.
He handled it very well. I don't know if I would, I take my losses badly, Dees, and I've never been up to win that amount of money before, but I think if that was me, I would still be in mourning.
I can't give you I can't believe, the emotions that he must be been going through pre-race and then after race as well. But the one thing is that we can tell to you, my man, that had 7 out of 8.
World class,
brother. 7 out of 8, and they were fancied runners, but a mixed bag as well.
It was
so
a mixed bag,
really well.
Yeah,
brilliant tipping.
Lovely. Well, and this weekend there's 500,000 rand, I believe. A friend of mine phoned me on the way to the studio. Must be one. So even if it's the amount of winners, so if there's 15 winners divided by, the money will be divided by the amount of winners.
Yes.
Must be one. So
you're saying the most number of winners, no points or anything. If you 5 people get 5 winners and that's the top for the day, split it. Must be one. Will be one. Beautiful.
Lovely. Race 9. Let's go. Last race. The Hollywood Bets Bright Future Maiden Plates for fillies and mares, 1,400 metres. Now, we're against each other, and that's fine. We're not against each other. We're colleagues and work friends. But you have taken a stance. You're big on 8 Another Love. I've taken a stance. I'm big on 5 Ruby Sky. No rider has been declared at this time of recording for Ruby Sky. I'm going with the intuitive form line. Let's hope one of us are right. Let's hope we can run 1-2, because we're going to be taking as many boxed exactors as we can. Tell us more about Another Love.
Yeah, I think that you could be right. That is the only danger to my top choice, and I'm sure you'd mention that the only danger to your top choice will be the horse that I selected. So that's the natural exactor to maybe close off your day. Warren, this daughter of Waterwind, she's been tried from 1,400 up to 1950. She's given a very good account of herself in all of her runs. Even that second start of hers where they were executors behind Kevin Skara, you ignored that one. Her form's solid in the maiden ranks. I've chatted about Garrett's strike rate with Anton Marcus, which has dropped slightly after the last meeting. He's got a 60% win strike rate now. I'm not concerned about the drop in distance as well. Let me touch on the form lines for you briefly. 3 starts back, second to Reckless Love. Behind her that day were Dancing Sword and Star Choice. And if you go to Ruby Sky, was only having a second start. She was beaten 4.5 lengths by Star Choice. Penultimate start behind Isiketa. Abbey Wood has come out to win. Panacotta has come out to win. And that last start, well, there haven't been many runners behind Bright-Eyed Girl. Second in that race was Soler. Came out to run second the other day as well. So the form lines are looking good. I'm not concerned about the distance at all. Of course, Ruby Sky, who's been campaigning over 1,200 meters, she goes the extra 200. The way she races, that's not going to affect her. She's got the better draw as well. But the fact is that Another Love has shown versatility from 1,400 up to 1,900, as I mentioned. So I suspect, and I'm trying to read the race here and the way it's going to go, I suspect that Anton, knowing that he's got a filly who stays well, and she's got speed, as she showed at the penultimate start, to get into the race quite early. I suspect he's going to get over from that wide draw, get to the front. If not in front, 1 or 2 off. And he's going to say, come catch me if you can at the top of the straight. I've no doubt that he'll have first run on this field, and he'll make them run to try and catch this filly. I like her a lot. In fact, I'm going to make her the best bet on the card.
Dees, before we wrap up the 9th race, I'd like your opinion on number 6, Big Hellos. And the reason why I talk about her is Graham has a share in this horse, and
Yes.
he's always told the public about her behavior, about her antics. And she's slowly but surely starting to behave. She's learning what racing's all about, and her form seems to be improving. I know that last run, third, was in a very shallow field, but the point of the matter is that she's behaving, and we are now starting to see what she's capable of doing. Where do you factor her in? Would you include her in quartets?
Well, you have to. I mean, the quartet is the bet to go when we're closing off our week's racing, that's domestic racing. I mean, we get massive quartet to close off the meeting, and I always play a percentage. I never, ever try to coach that quartet multiple times unless there's obvious horses in the race.
Sure.
Like this is a race where I see 2 obvious horses.
Yes.
Your selection and my selection. I'll be willing to play around those 2 and try and catch it multiple times. But to answer your question, I think the confidence will lie in race number 4. Watch horse number 2 in Tombi, who comes from that same form line. If Tombi runs well, then I think Graham could be warming up for the last, if Tombi is to come through and win, because Big Hellos don't represent that form line.
Okay, lovely. Race 9. That's it, done and dusted. That's the 9 of 9. We'll be back in a few moments to go through our shortlist. And I have taken a bit of a stance in the one race, but we'll talk about that just now. But as for race 9 come Sunday, D's, best bet on the card, Another Love. I've gone with Ruby Sky, but what we can tell you, and what I will certainly be doing, is I'll be taking as many box exactas as I can, and let's hold thumbs that one of us are right.